Hi everyone, this is a zero temperature bath and I've decided finally to take the YouTube plunge and to launch my first video on my new channel. This channel is for middle-aged men, creative directors, filmmaker professionals. If you're stuck in a rut, if you feel like you're in some kind of midlife crisis, then this channel is for you. Keep watching. I'm just going to get into this freezing cold bath. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I started doing cold plunges about 1.5 years ago. Some of you may have heard of Wim Hof from Amsterdam, and you can spend a fortune on these hot cold tubs plunges. And I bought one for the garden, but it was such a hassle to keep filling it up and emptying it that I decided just in the end to fill up my bath with freezing cold water every day. And this does a fine job, saves me the money and still gives me that endorphin rush. I've been a creative director and a film director for over 30 years, and so I spend a lot of time on the computer. And I don't know about anybody else, but I used to get swollen fingers, really stiff shoulders, and that was becoming a real issue for me. Since I've been doing the cold plunges for 1.5 years, that inflammation has gone. It's made such a difference to that part of me that aches and pains. But I really want to speak to anybody that's watching this. As I said earlier, if you're a creative director, if you're a filmmaker and you're at that midlife crisis point. What do I mean by midlife? Well, anyone from 40 to 60, for me, that's the range that I think is the midlife, and that's where a lot of crises kick in. So I'm going to go further down into the plunge. Just give me a second. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my God. Do you suffer frustration at work? Is your sleep patterns all over the place? Have you become indecisive? Do you procrastinate? Do people, places and things frustrate you at work and in your home life? Do you have a compulsion to want to eat more, to suddenly want to lose lots of weight and get super fit? Do you crave more sex from your partner if you're with a partner, or if you're not a partner, do you go online and view online porn or dating sites or Tinder? Is that something that you do? Also, do you feel slightly depressed and not satisfied with what's going on? Even if you've achieved all the things that you want to achieve, do you feel that things are just not going the way you wanted them to? If you tick any of those boxes for any of those things, then you may be having a slight midlife crisis. And I know there's a lot of stigma about midlife crisis in terms of what it means, men dating younger women, buying Lamborghinis, but I think it's a major and serious issue that affects a lot of men in this day and age, in 2025. I'm making this video in April 2025, and the men that I know in my life that are around same age as me, or in the creative industry, in the film industry, I know first-hand experience that they suffer a lot, or many of those conditions and others that I just mentioned. The purpose of this channel is for me really to talk mostly about what I've experienced in my midlife crises, and who the hell am I to speak to you about this in a stupid bath of cold water that you've never met before? Well, my name's Darren. I'm a vegan film director, a creative director of 30 years. I used to own a creative agency, co-own a creative agency in London for 20 years, and I worked with some of the biggest clients in the world: Disney, Lionsgate, Universal. On over 2,500 movies, I created movie campaigns for, creating trailers, TV commercials, and I quit that 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago. So in summary, in the past 10 years, I quit that job. I threw myself into crowdfunding and directing and producing my first documentary. In that time, I lost my father, I lost my mother. I was divorced from a marriage of 17 years. I've since remarried. I left the mad world of London and moved to countrified Glastonbury. That's where I am now in this bath. I lost 6, or I think it might be 7 animal companion pets in that time. I quit drinking over 7.5 years ago, and I've been a vegan now for 10 years. So there's a lot that's gone on in that time where I feel I can speak to a lot of things that I've experienced and been through. And what I really miss, and the main reason I'm doing this channel, is to connect with other fellow creatives and filmmakers, because that is the one thing I really, really miss. But I'm just really keen to create content with simple life hacks that will allow you to, ditch any crisis that's going on. I'm not here to bullshit you or sell you crap that you don't need. I just want to talk to you from the heart, from who I am, from my background, from all the experiences that I've had, and mostly about all the mistakes that I've made so you don't make them as well. And also mostly to give you just really simple, straightforward life hacks that can help you. If you had, it's getting cold, guys, if any of you had any of those issues that I mentioned earlier. So if you've got this far in the video and you're still watching, then I really appreciate that. And the question I was going to ask is, whoever guesses my age right and the month of my birthday, I will send you a free download link of a award-winning documentary I made in 2017. So put that in the comments. If you get it right, I will send you a free download of my movie. Hope you enjoy it. So I've probably been speaking now for about 5 or 6 minutes. I usually do this for about 4 or 5, so that's pretty good for me today. And again, this is like one hack if you want to do this. I started with cold showers, which, to be honest, aren't the best because they hit parts of the body at various times, so it actually feels harder if you do start with cold showers. I would just recommend filling up the bath with cold water. Just go for it. Tony Robbins does this every morning. He's been doing it for 22 years. I'm a great admirer of his and a follower, but I've only been doing it for a year and a half. And the main thing that I really enjoy is the absolute rush of endorphins that you get about 20 minutes later after doing this. But as I said, it's really helped me being a filmmaker with being on the computer too long and inflammation in my arms, forearms and shoulders. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've had fun watching me freeze my ass off in this video. I look forward to putting up loads of videos soon and giving you more life hacks. Please put in the comments any of those midlife crises that I mentioned. Be safe, be creative. See you soon. Yes.